Alright, so this is actually my first ever video on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I just decided to start sharing my experience with people. I am an owner-operator of a non-CDL box truck, 26 feet. Yes, you only need a driver's license to operate this equipment as long as your GVW is 26,000 pounds or under, which mine is right around 26,000 pounds. It's actually not mine, it's Penske's. I'm in a rental truck. But last week I did $7,500 in just 1 week. Mostly I dispatch for myself. I do also have a dispatcher, so it's not like a no self dispatch like some dispatchers do, like no self, like as an owner operator you're not supposed to dispatch for yourself. I dispatch for myself, he also dispatches for me. So both of us together last week we booked 8 loads. Out of those 8 loads, I booked 6 of them. He booked the other 2, and in total we had $7,500. So let me just basically explain to you guys how I did it. I started off in Illinois with $800 going to Kansas. Now I know what you think. Why would you go all the way to Kansas with only $800? That's because the Friday before last week, right, I had booked the load going from Baltimore, Maryland to Kansas City, Missouri. It was a partial paying $1,100, and I wasn't able to find anything else to go with it. So instead of driving all the way to Kansas City, Missouri, I decided to find a load going to Chicago, and I know I'm going to find the loads coming out of Chicago going to Kansas. So I booked another parcel for $800. That was $1,900. So, but that $1,900 was part of the week before last week revenue. That wasn't part of last week. So starting last week anyways, I started with $800 because I had to go to Kansas City. I couldn't go anywhere else. I had to go to the partial. $800 from Chicago to Kansas, or right outside of Chicago, like Niles, Illinois to Kansas. Drop both of those loads off. That's only $800 on Monday. And then Tuesday I booked another load from the same company, Landstar, paying $1,200 going to Michigan. And I drove for about maybe 100 to 200 miles, and I was able to find another load paying $900 going about 20 miles away from where the other one was going. Both was going to Michigan, so that's $2,100 in 1 day, plus the $800 on Monday, that's $2,900, right? And then when I got empty in Michigan the next morning, I picked up a TQL load paying $800, but it was only going like 300 miles total, 4 drops. Once I dropped the other 2, I had 2 more drops to make in Ohio from Michigan. I was able to book a full truck load going to Maryland. I picked it up on Wednesday, but it wasn't dropping off until Friday, right? So that's $1,350, the full truck load plus the $800 from TQL on that day alone. $1,350 plus $800, that's $2,150, right? I think, if my math is right. So, and then what was it? And then Thursday when I got empty in Ohio and I finished the 2 TQL drop that I had left in Ohio, I was able to find 2 more partials. 2 skids from Landstar again, paying $650, and then the other one from I forgot what this broker's name, going also to Maryland, paying $500. So when I left Ohio on Thursday going to Maryland, I had 3 loads that I had to drop off in Maryland. One that I picked up in Michigan paying $1,350. The other 2 in Ohio, one paying $650, the other one paying $500. And then Friday when I got empty, I picked up another load out of right outside of Baltimore, Maryland, going to Maine. That's paying $1,350. So if you add all the numbers that I just gave it us, that adds up to $7,500. And my rate per mile was about $1.87. Sometimes you make less and have a higher rate per mile. Sometimes you make more and have a less rate per mile. But $7,500, I'll take that if I have to end up with $1.87 at the end of the week. It's all about your averages, how much you're averaging by the end of the week, not how much. You can have $2 a mile on Monday and $2 a mile on Tuesday, and by Friday you only end up with $1.50. Because it's all about your whole average for by the end of the week, how much you're averaging. But anyway, that's $7,500 driving a non-CDL box truck. Now I am in a rental and I pay $1,340. That's a lot of freaking money to pay. So that kind of eats away from my profit. But because my MC is aged, my MC is almost 2 years old, I'm pretty good at dispatching. My dispatch is pretty good, so we're able to do numbers to where I can still profit. After expenses, I took home about $4,500. That's after paying the rental, paying diesel, and diesel is high because I stay in the Midwest often. Like I stay in like Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan. Diesel is high, and diesel is even higher when you hit up north and go on the East Coast. It's even higher, and these are the states that I run mainly. That's diesel. I probably might have spent about anywhere from $1,400 to $1,500. So all in all, after I made $7,500. If you take out my expenses, I ended up with $4,500. That's because I'm in a rental. If I was in my own truck, you take $4,500 plus $1,340. That's like what, 55. That would have been almost like $6,000 take home. So with my rental, diesel, and my tolls, I ended up with $4,500, and I am actually buying my own truck next week. So that's $7,500 in 1 week. And I do have the proof. I just took a screenshot of all the way confirmation that I'm about to include in this video once I'm done editing, so you see for yourself. And mileage wise, I think I did about 3,700 miles. Somebody was calling me, how to hang up. I did 3,700 miles, made 7,500, took home about 4,500 after expenses. That's also, like I said, that's because I'm in a rental, so rental is high. But if you willing to work, you know what I'm saying, if your MC has aged and you got a good dispatch, or you know how to dispatch for yourself pretty good, like I do, I'm not bragging, but I'm pretty good at dispatching. If I'm able to make $7,500 a week, I'm pretty damn good. It's a lot of mileage, 3,700 miles a week, you know what I'm saying? So that's, take home was 4,500. And so yeah, I just wanted to share I'm gonna start posting more videos on like this box truck journey, and how much money you can really make in a non-CDL box truck if your MC is aged, you know how to dispatch, and you're willing to hit like 3,000 miles plus a week. You're going to make pretty good money. I'm feeling, like I said, I'm going to include all the rate confirmations with this video, so you can see it, so you know like this is legit. It's not just me saying I made this, I made that. And again, every week isn't going to be 7,500. Every week is going to be different, but it is possible to make this type of money. This is my first time making I made 7,000 before, but I think it was right around 7,000. I've hit 6K multiple times. 5,000 a week is pretty easy, honestly. But 7,500 was my first time, and I wanted to share it. And I'm pretty sure I would have 8K weeks. I'm going to have 8,500 $100 weeks. I'm going to have 90K weeks. Maybe eventually I'm going to have 10K weeks. You know what I'm saying? So every week I'm just trying to grow, make more money, share my experience with you guys. It's probably loud as hell where I'm at. I'm at a truck stop in Jersey. I actually have a load picking up tomorrow. I have 2 loads in the truck right now. Got 1 picking up tomorrow, going to Missouri. So, but we're not going to talk about this week. I'm only talking to you guys about my last week. I made $7,500 in a week after expenses. I took $4,500. And I will include my Instagram in the description. If you want to follow me, I will be documenting my journey more often, giving you guys some game, sharing my experience and my knowledge with you guys. So if you're interested in maybe getting started in this industry, maybe my experience, which is not a whole lot, but I guess enough to help you get started and make some money in this industry, man. It's a lot of money to be made. I know everybody's saying it's saturated and this and that, but every day it's hundreds of thousands of trucks on the road. So I guess it's just, if you do it right, play your cards right, you have a good, smart business plan, you can really make a lot of money in this industry. But let me stop talking. I wanted to keep the video short. I'll go ahead and include all the rate confirmation so you see for yourself. So help me get my account up, man. So comment, like, subscribe. I will be posting more content as I go. This is not the best quality video, but I'm recording from my phone at a truck stop. I'm just had to do this real quick before I forget. And at the end of this week, I will probably post another one just to tell you guys how my week went. And I am buying my own truck next week, so I will be keeping $1,340. I'll be keeping $1,340 a week extra instead of paying this rental. So I'm gonna catch you guys later. So yeah, those are all the rate confirmations. A rate confirmation, for those of you guys who are not familiar with it, is like when you call a broker or email. Once you book a load, you've agreed to run the load for this much money, for a certain amount. That amount, they're gonna send it to you digitally to your email. You sign and send it back. That's what they call a rate confirmation, but short for rate con. That's the amount that you've agreed to run that load for that broker. That's how much you're gonna get paid once you drop the load off the next day or whenever you drop it off. So a rate confirmation, you can't fake it. That's why I posted all the rate con to show you guys the proof of what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure I did 8 loads last week, so that's 8 rate confirmation. You can see the price on each. Some of the rate confirmation, the price is on top. Some is in the middle. Some is on the bottom. So just look closely. You're gonna see how much money each load paid. That added up to being $7,500 in just 1 week driving a non-CDL box truck.